All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Focus and TBCBM. This game taking place here on Tyrannus Stan. Over here on the bottom right-hand side of the map, we have TBCBM spawning as the blue Undead. Meanwhile, over here on the top left, we have Focus. So far, what does this game really mean? I am casting these games perhaps out of order. It was not my intention. I apologize. It's a common strat since 1.30. See, like, it's not an uncommon strat, but I wouldn't say it's common. As Shadowhunter first is still, I wouldn't say it's meta. He did get stronger, he did get buffed, but it isn't common as in Blade Master versus Archmage in patch 1.29 or Death Knight versus Blade Master in patch 1.29. I think one of the things that we are seeing, though, is much more variety coming out from heroes. And because of that, we may have to redefine what is common, as opposed to like what was like almost 95 absolute certainty in terms of what we were going to expect to see in the meta. I'm right, but I see him more and more every day. Yep, you do see him more and more every day. I'll say this: if you do go up against Shadowhunter first, I wouldn't be surprised. If you went up, I would say, I would say Tauren Chieftain first is very rare, and then from there it is Blade Master, then Farseer, then Shadowhunter, then Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain being almost never. Blade Master and Farseer being a strong 1-2 with a Shadowhunter. An okay third, I wouldn't say a distant third, but the Tauren Chieftain fourth is, well, very, very unheard of. Death Knight going after this 1/1/1 creep camp, gonna pick up Mantle of Intelligence +3. After that, Death Coil Skeletal Minions now out onto the field to try and clear out this Apprentice Wizard creep camp. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Blade Master of Focus going after the Apprentice Wizard creep camps here, going after the Rogue Wizard who drops a very useful item. Blade Master already having that Gloves of Haste, so already attacking very quickly, and should be able to burst down this Rogue Wizard with no problem whatsoever. Circlet of Nobility as the follow-up item choice there, as the Death Knight has to be very careful, does not want to allow that Lightning Shield to do the killing blow at all. Death Knight, well, wandering back around, Windwalk Strike onto a Ghoul. Ghoul will get taken down, perhaps going to try and take down some of those skeletal minions as well. Nope, not going to end up happening, as the Death Knight is still nearby. Alright, Death Knight, is it going to try and engage the Blade Master? It does not look like it. Units are now going back into every which corner. Meanwhile, Grunt is not chasing that Death Knight, as the Death Knight is already teching to tier 2. No surprises there. Ziggurat, Tomb of Relics getting constructed. We are already nearly done with the Great Hall upgrade. Meanwhile, Necropolis was just started. And is Focus going to continue to go after, well, Wind Riders? Wind Riders, we've seen them in 2 games so far, very effective, and also causing a lot of problems as the Death Knight now looking to pull back. Death Knight heading back over here to the bottom right-hand side of the map will end up just healing up inside his base. And it doesn't look like TBCBM is in a good spot whatsoever. Focus seems to be in the driver's seat of this matchup. He has +4 to every single stat, adding in a Ring of Protection +2. Should be able. Thank you for the cheers. That is a lot of little bits. A lot of little bits does definitely help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As we're taking a look as the Blade Master going after the Skeletal Minion, who will just dissolve into the ground. Grunts creeping away from that Blade Master. Blade Master sitting at level 2 now, should be able to pick up a critical strike, as we are going into a Shadowhunter as that secondary hero. Bestiary is being trained up as well. I'm expecting a second Bestiary, as dual Bestiary is incredibly common. All right, Poga Krega, thank you for the cheers again. I believe if my 4649, I think that's 99. 99. All right, thank you very much. Death Knight now heading back off to the north. Skeletal minions still heading back here. As what is going to be going on, I'm not 100% sure. Death Knight. Maybe I should increase the minimum cheer at least to a quarter so I don't get spammed by pennies. It's like getting hit in the face with a penny every single time that comes back up. Death Knight heading back off to the north there. Thank you for the follow, Locktastic, as the Death Knight going after the Kobold Tunneler and Kobold Taskmaster creep camp. Where are all of these? What is the Death Knight's long-term strategy? That is the question. Slaughterhouse is being added, and the Lich is already being trained up, but TBCBM has a lot of ground to cover. Meanwhile, Focus going in for that Blade Master Shadow Hunter combination, and no big surprises. A quick Hex goes down onto the High Priest. Thank you for the bits, PBJ, nom nom nom. Peanut butter and jelly is delicious, and one day my daughters will be able to eat that. A Forest Troll Berserker is going to go ahead and get taken down. Forest Troll High Priest back out onto the field now, and it will get finished off. I don't see an expansion coming in, but a Talisman of Evasion now dropped and given to the Shadow Hunter. Skeletal Minion going to get taken down. There it goes, as the Raiders are once again on the move. Death Knight making its way down. Lich, Death Knight, Frost Armor, all here ready to go as the Blade Master and Shadow Hunter head over to the top left. Doesn't spot that there is actually creeps there, and it is going to go ahead and get engaged. Meanwhile, an ensnare onto the Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend now in a little bit of trouble. Frost Armored, but is going to be able to get away. Scroll Speed finishes it off. Meanwhile, Death Knight was hexed, unable to do very much at all. The hex from the Shadow Hunter has caused the deaths of a lot of units because the Death Knight was unable to get those death coils off. Meanwhile, Blade Master in a little bit of hurt, only at +7 damage, but that is a true +7 damage, as the critical strike damage there, all of that is agility based, so will end up dealing more and more. Skeletal Minions now looking to back up here. Raider gonna join in. There's an ensnare. A little bit of experience with the Blade Master will just sit at level 2. Meanwhile, Shadow Hunter just shy of level 2. Legends tend to be dead, but Crota is alive. Alright, Blade Master will finish off the Murloc creep camp here. Picks up a Tome of Strength. Blade Master finishing off. Gets up to level 3 as well. Meanwhile, Death Knight and Lich, level 3, level 1. We are going into a Sacrificial Pit on the front side here, and we are going into Banshees. Alright, Banshees, an interesting caster. Getting Curse onto that Blade Master really reduces the amount of damage that the Blade Master deals. On top of that, well, that magic damage for all of those grunts is also incredibly important. Sacrificial Pit sitting at 550. Banshee is currently out on the field. Lich is available as well. 32 supply compared to 43, as the Acolyte does end up becoming saved. Death Knight gonna finish off the remainder of this creep camp here. Sobi Mask on the Death Knight, gonna be incredibly important to try and stay alive. Sasquatch, meanwhile, is still here and sticking around. Is it gonna end up getting taken down? Yes, but not at the hands of the Blade Master. Blade Master already at +7 also has another pair of gloves of haste, meaning that that Blade Master is going to be attacking very, very quickly. Alright. Tauren Chieftain, Shadow Hunter, all here, ready to go. Heroes never die unless they're hexed and stomped. So you get hexed into a bug, and then you get stomped on, and then that's pretty much the death of you. Now, we are looking at Gargoyles coming across from TBCBM, just in case there is an eventual transition into Wind Riders. Wind Riders are a definite issue, but we are also seeing Troll Berserkers joining in on the fight. Very high damage indeed, and we'll see what comes of that. Death Knight chasing after the Blade Master. Blade Master is cursed. Is he going to be able to get away? Gargoyles moving very quickly across the map, as well as the Unholy Aura allows the unit to move very, very fast. Death Knight makes its way back down. Shade is still keeping track of all the units here. Obsidian statues are here, as well as the Death Knight comes across. Death Knight, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used, trying to exchange blows, but will be forced to retreat again as he has taken far too much damage. Back off to the right, Shadow Hunter, Orb of Lightning. We're going to be looking at a big, Blade Master, Orb of Lightning, big Death Coil, Healing Wave, trying to save up all those units. Blade Master going across some of those units there, finishes off a Banshee or two, 36 supply compared to 49, as Focus still has the lead. Tauren Chieftain may put his foot down, finishing off this Dark Wizard here. What item was it transferred? A Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, perhaps a Circlet of Nobility, Blade Master, Talisman of Evasion, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability there, as the Dark Wizard will get taken out. What is going to be a Potion of Greater Mana. Tauren Chieftain now will be able to stomp pretty much repeatedly, taking down much of that army as the remaining units just try to, well, individually take them apart. Back off to the north. Death Knight sitting at level 3. We are also looking at, I thought we saw, a level 2, almost level 3 Lich, as the Death Knight picks up, is that a Mana Stone? Alright, so Mana Stone versus a Potion of Greater Mana. I'm sorry, I think Mana Stone, I know Mana Stone is significantly better. Was that actually from the same drop? No, Potion of Invulnerability, maybe. Alright, Lich, Death Knight, once again on the move. Mana Stone on the Death Knight. He will have plenty of mana to heal up the remaining units. Meanwhile, the Lich is actually the one low on mana, as the Watchtower will get pressured. 47 supply compared to 49. Peon now heading back, as it is not setting up an expansion as of yet. Blade Master getting caught out in open field, has to be very careful. It takes a Death Coil down to 76 hit points. Thank you for the cheers again, PBJ nom nom nom, as the Shadow Hunter and Kodo Beast now heading back. 45 supply compared to 49. Still plenty of gold, but no upgrades on those weapons as of yet. Back down to the south here. Death Knight finishing off these remaining Apprentice Wizards, already at level 4. Lich will get to level 3. Level 2 Frost Nova, a definite possibility at slowing some of these units down, as the Blade Master is already at 385 hit points, but climbing. Shade, gonna keep track of that Blade Master. Where is that Blade Master gonna be going next, as the Troll Berserker was once again gonna roll on out. Tauren Chieftain sets up a Pocket Great Hall, will have an expansion here, and it's gonna be difficult to stop, as, well, unfortunately, TBCBM is just out of position. Back off to the north here. Tauren Chieftain going after some of the remaining units here. Kodo Beast is out onto the field, and finally Focus has the type of army that he really wants. Both sides armies sitting around 50 supply, incredibly important, as I would have normally thought, I would think that Focus thinks that he's ahead in this matchup, but TBCBM has been doing a good job to keep it interesting and close. It is still anyone's game at this point. Troll Berserker is sitting at 0-0 upgrades. Meanwhile, coming back across on the other side, Death Knight looking to finish off all of these units here. Banshees with their adept training could try and curse. Tauren Chieftain moving out across the field. Blade Master is going to quickly spot that, hey, there is no expansion, but be forced to Scroll of Town Portal back in time. All right, Forest Troll Berserker could get taken down. There it goes, as the Forest Worm now makes its way over here to the top right. All right, expansion could end up getting taken down here. Gargoyle going to end up taking a lot of damage, as is currently not being careful. Meanwhile, back on the other side of the map, Boneyard is getting pressured and picked off already. Boneyard, that Frostworm, is about to get taken out. Grunts joining in on the fight. Kodo Beast adding in a little bit of extra damage bonus, as that will get taken down. All right, Watchtower now down as well. Great Hall still being constructed. Slaughterhouse, one of the main key buildings for Tier 3 Undead, is now in danger of falling, as we are seeing at 52 supply over 70, and no one to really defend TBCBM's home. All right, Great Hall down to 400 hit points, down to 300. Perhaps you should be looking at an eventual Scroll of Town Portal now. You want to time this Town Portal perfectly. There it goes. And now it will be landing on top of all of these units here. And are we going to see the Shadow Hunter? Yes, teleport away in time. Big fights being drawn out on both sides, trading an expansion for a bit of damage on his main base, but the economic advantage for Focus has been lost. Kodos also have nothing in their bellies to really digest on the run with, and that could be the issue as the Banshees are finally at mastery training. If we see Abominations or perhaps even the Kodo Beasts, they may be a viable enough target to try and possess. A big question will be whether or not they were able to get a successful possession off, as when you possess the unit, you have to stand still for temporarily in order for it to execute, and then at that point, is it possible for the Kodo Beast to just simply, slowly digest you? All right. Grunts, Raiders, Troll Headhunters, all here, ready to go. Tauren Chieftain at 3, Shadow Hunter sitting at 3, Death Knight, Frostworm, Lich sitting at 3, Death Knight sitting at 4, now making its way out and over. The Shade keeping track of the Orc army and wanting to know where exactly and when exactly they can go. Frostworms getting into position to clear out another simple creep camp. No real problem. They're taking them down, as it does allow, I believe that's the Dark Ranger, to get to level 2. Dark Ranger now at level 2. Perhaps Silence is on the docket today, as we're heading over here now to the top right. Death Knight sitting at level 4 has a Mana Stone. Dark Ranger and Lich, everyone is maxed out on mana. Who's going to be able to come out on top of this fight? There you go. There's a big stomp right there as the Tauren Chieftain tries to dive on into this into this Undead army. Tauren Chieftain is going to perhaps go in for a little bit of a flank here. You see a lot of curse, 54 compared to 67. Thank you, Lunatic, for the follow, as it just looks like Focus is just winning out on this fight, forcing TBCBM to retreat. Walter Peru, thank you for the follow. Everyone pretty much looking forward to WarCraft 3 Reforged, as it will be coming out in the I guess I can't say foreseeable future, sometime next year. I think the release date has announced as 12/31, but I think that's just to really mean Q4 of 2019. All right. Over here to the bottom right, no additional heroes being trained. TBCBM, where is it going? There is one unit there. All of these units are here ready to go. Banshees sitting at 310 mana, wanting to get as much mana as possible before the ultimate road trip, so to speak. Where are they going to be going next? Unsummoning a couple of key buildings right now as gold is starting to run low. Not too bad as of yet. Still 4 minutes left as the Blade Master and Raiders now coming across to knock down this sacrificial pit. Tauren Chieftain, Blade Master attacking very quickly because of those gloves of haste, and now also that in Tauren Chieftain's endurance aura, as the sacrificial pit does get finished off. Lich here ready to go. Frost Boneyard here ready to go as well to get some more Frostworms. Is it going to be enough to really fend off this next attack? He's currently down by 10 supply, and we take a look at the Lich just playing a little dangerous game of sharing the Orb of Corruption before trying to pull back. Frostworms out onto the field. 2 of them here ready to go. Troll Headhunters are here as well. Black Citadel completion already done. We are getting some more ghouls out onto the field as well. And are those ghouls going to really make that big of a difference? All right, Boneyard was suffering a little bit of damage, but so far not at all. Tauren Chieftain could try and stomp here. Yes, there goes one. Tauren Chieftain unable to stomp right then, as the Tauren Chieftain is still in a tough spot. Tauren Chieftain gets taken down. Blade Master gets up to level 4, trying to finish off the remaining units. Frostworm down to 48 hit points, down to 50, and still alive somehow, as it is up to 60 hit points right now. All right, who is trying to escape? It looks as though, Orc is trying to escape. He didn't like what he saw, and Focus now being forced to back up and retreat. The amount of curse, that 25% mischance, while causing so many issues, is that 25% mischance? That seems actually high. Or am I thinking about a different game? Yeah, 6% mischance now, as the units are now making their way back out onto the battlefield once more. Tauren Chieftain needs to get some clarity potions and some healing salves. There you go, sitting at 23 over to 27 supply. Undead now setting up an expansion of his own. But TBCBM, I believe, has this game overall. He has a significant supply advantage. He has the tech advantage. And, well, we'll see if Focus is able to turn things around. Skeletal minions look like they're going to get taken down. There you go. There goes another Tauren Chieftain once again off to the move, off on the north-hand side, as Focus is at 80 over 80 supply compared to 59 over 70. We are at Fortress. Blade Master, Tauren Chieftain, Shadow Hunter, a very nasty 1-2-3 combination, as the Blade Master is sitting at level 4. Yeah, Blade Master is sitting at level 4, and the Shadow Hunter, where is that Shadow Hunter? Tauren Chieftain is back over here. There is that Shadow Hunter also sitting at level 4. Shade just keeping track of this army, where to see it's going. Let's take a look. Troll Berserkers once again on the move. Where are they going next? Blade Master wants to clear out that top right-hand creep camp, but I believe it already has been cleared. Has it been cleared? Yes, it has. All the major creep camps have been cleared, so the only way to gain experience right now is to really just duel up against your opponent. Wind Rider here, ready to go. Chasing back down to the bottom left. It looks like pressure is ready to be placed down by Focus. Meanwhile, TBCBM does not have anything really haunting this gold mine as of yet. Blade Master using this opportunity. His spider sense probably tingling that this expansion was already up and he needs to somehow deal with it. Meanwhile, back in the center, Frostworms quickly handle the Destroyer army and force them to push back. 22 minutes in this game so far. Tauren Chieftain still dancing around front. Troll Headhunters now making their way over here to the bottom left, right outside the expansion location, which does have a haunted gold mine. Tauren Chieftain, Blade Master, where are they going to be going to? As you can take a look, Shadow Hunter quickly has to use a potion of lesser invulnerability in order to stay alive. All right, all those anti-magic potion, is it going to really work? No easy way to really finish them off. As you're taking a look, some Obsidian statues could get taken down. All right, Obsidian statue could get taken down again. 1 or 2 more shots should end up finishing it. There goes, well, there's another miss. There's another miss. Finally gets it taken down as the Death Knight now going after all of these units here. Lich now taken down, unable to save. Tauren Chieftain puts his foot down, tries to cause more problems, but that will be the end of that. And I just need to confirm something. Yes, Focus won all 3 games. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.